So good afternoon, everybody, and good afternoon to everyone joining us on live stream this afternoon here at DG1 at the start of session 4 of this weekend's swimming. We'll get started shortly. I'll start with the health and safety announcement, so if I could have everyone's attention for that, please, whilst we run through that. So in the event of an emergency, a siren will sound and staff will direct you to the nearest exit. All fire exit areas should be kept clear. Take a look around you and check where your nearest exit is. There's to be no glass items or outdoor footwear on poolside. And swimmers on leaving poolside should dry off and wear the appropriate dry clothing and footwear. Stairways should be kept clear and there shouldn't be anybody sitting on them. By attending the event, either as a participant, volunteer, team staff or spectator, you accept that any photos or videos taken will not be used for illicit purposes, or that pictures or films produced will not be altered in any way or uploaded onto the web without the consenting writing of the person or persons photographed or filmed. The use of mobile phones or other electronic devices capable of photography are not permitted to be used at any time in the changing rooms, toilets or shower areas. Spectators who wish to take images are requested to focus on their own family member as much as reasonably possible and to avoid including any other participants in images, particularly if those images are being shared with family and friends or through social media platforms. Please be advised that if you are filming or taking photographs, you require to complete the appropriate consent form that you will find up at the spectator entry desk and wear the orange band that will be given to you on completion of that form. Thank you. So I'll introduce our senior officials just while we're getting ourselves organised. I think, yes, they are on deck. So our referees this afternoon will be Sheena Curry and Hazel Hastings. Our starters this afternoon are Kim Chan with Elizabeth Adair and Andrew Brown. So as I said a few moments ago, we are amalgamating heats 1 and 2 of event 401, so the mixed 15 and over 800 metre freestyle. And I'll give you who's in which lane shortly. So the swimmers are just coming on deck now and getting organised. So we did delay the start of the warm-up from this morning. Sorry, we did delay the start of the warm-up for this afternoon by 15 minutes. So you appreciate we've started just 15 minutes later, which for those of you, if you weren't tuned into session 3, I didn't hear the announcement at the end there. You may be wondering why there's no swimming at the moment, but that is the reason. We just ran over a little bit this morning, and just to ensure that everybody had the appropriate break, we delayed the warm-up by 15 minutes. So we're going into session number 4, and then we do have finals emanating from the 100 freestyle and 50 breaststroke that will be swam this afternoon. The 800 freestyle and 200 backstroke are all heat declared winners. And we should get started just shortly. We were due to finish the finals around about 3:30 this afternoon, but I fear that will be delayed. Probably be closer to 10 to 4 o'clock before we get finished. But a good deal earlier than we were yesterday afternoon. Just another reminder that if you do have West District kit that you ordered, I have sent messages to a few people to pick them up, but if you're in the building and you've got kit, then if you make your way to just at the front of the where the technical officials meet, you should be able to collect it there. And we'll get started now.
So as Jackie says, the first heat amalgamated. So in lane 1 we have Hannah Adair from North Ayrshire, 2 Leah Rafferty, Western Bartonshire, 3, Lucy Taylor Lanark. 4, Jay McKinnon, Western Bartonshire. 5, Archie Barr, round 96. 6, Nina Spirit Hawthorne, Inverclyde. 7 is Ruby McInnes, South Ayrshire. And in 8 is Charlotte Adair from North Ayrshire. So 32 lengths of the pool to do. Times range from 10:20:33 to 10:55:08. And we have an empty lane in lane 5, so no Archie Barr from round 96. So the fastest on entry, Jay McKinnon in lane 4 off smartly. So the first 100, and he completes that in a 1:07:03. Turning second, Ruby McInnes, South Ayrshire. And in third, Spirit Hawthorne, Inverclyde. So a nice strong start by everyone. So 1:44, it's about a 2-second advantage at the moment. Ruby McInnes, 15-year-old from South Ayrshire, going pretty well in 7. But further back, Nina in lane 6. And in 4th place, not far behind Nina, in lane 3 is 15-year-old from Lanark, Lucy Taylor. Has had a pretty good morning, had a good swim in the 200 earlier on. It's just tightening up a wee bit at the head of affairs, basically about half a second between them now. 2:21:72. So the two swimmers almost together at the 2:50 mark, Jay and Ruby. There's hardly anything in it now. Very close for third as well. Nina and Lucy. Lucy maybe just gets herself just, I think, into third place now. Two swimmers at the head of affairs, virtually together. If anything, it's possibly the South Ayrshire swimmer that has just sneaked ahead. She has indeed, Ruby McInnes. 3:35:17. Coming down to the 400 mark. And Ruby's got quite a nice lead now, 4:49:61. Over 3 seconds advantage now. Lucy's gone clear in third place. Long way back on the first two swimmers. The Lanark girls going pretty well now, got into a nice rhythm. And good to see, as I say yesterday, a lot of that distance that we had yesterday. Swimmers from South Ayrshire doing 1500s, and good to see a few of them doing 800s as well. So Ruby coming down at 500 meters, 6:05.49. Going pretty well, Jackie.
They are indeed, yes. It's a good start to the afternoon's racing.
Lucy Taylor a long way back on Jay McKinnon. Best part of 10 meters to make up, but can't see her getting anywhere near that for a second. But Ruby's still going pretty well, with about 3 seconds clear. And it's still around 3 seconds. Well, can Jay find something in the final few hundred? 6 second gap between Lucy and Jay. Lucy's having a very good final few hundred. Turning in 7:21.82.
Just dropped the pace there a little bit, Robert, I think. It was around 75, just dropped a little bit to 76 now.
So we're still sub 10 minutes though, Jackie, so we're
We
going
are
pretty
indeed.
well though. And certainly Lucy Taylor, Lucy Taylor is indeed closing. And there is a chance that she might get herself into second place here, Jackie. She was 6 seconds back about 150 ago. That looks to be down about 3 or 4 seconds now. Barely 3 seconds, and every chance she'll go into second place now.
Certainly looks like that, the way she's attacking the second half of this 800 metres.
Just the one 15-year-old to come, Jessica Lafferty, in the next heat. So realistically, Lucy and Ruby are swimming for at least silver and bronze. 8:37.37. There's 3 seconds between first and second, and barely a second between second and third, and that's now going to be nothing, because Lucy's now gone into second. Well, she's still in pursuit of Ruby. There's a wee chance she might actually overhaul her. Not got much to play with. Down to the last 50 metres. Ruby looks as though she should hang on here. There's 2 seconds in it, and I know that Lucy will give it everything, with Cam giving her plenty of encouragement on the far side. Now coming down the final stretch, Drew McInnes. Has she just got enough to hang on here? It's debatable. It's going to be just on the touch here. Lucy's just going to run out of water. Another 50 metres and she would have been past her. Oh, great swimming from both the girls. Brilliant to see 2 excellent PBs there. 9:49.66, 9:50.29, and 9:54.99. Jay will also be very pleased with that. Lucy and Ruby both taking 30, 40 seconds off those times, so very impressive swimming, girls. Good swims as well for Jay, getting under 10 minutes. And Nina finishes in fourth, just a fraction inside her entry time. Leah Rafferty also improves by about 15 seconds, so it's impressive swims for the first 5 home. Over in lane 1, Hannah Adair. She's virtually on her entry time, 10:52.95, 10:53.20. And the last one home, Charlotte Adair. Just about 10, 12 seconds over her entry time, 11:07.65. So that's heats 1 and 2 done and dusted. We move on to heat number 3. So
this is heat number 3. In lane 1, Erin Faulkner, Bells Hill Sharks. 2, Joe Crawford, Scotia. 3, Lewis Watson, East Kilbride. 4, Brian Fitzpatrick, Western Bartonshire. 5, Abby McMillan, City of Glasgow. 6, Jessica Lafferty. Okay, Jessica Lafferty, Bells Hill Sharks. 7, Heather Kellett, Dumfries. And 8, Lucy McLaughlin, Inverclyde. This is, in fact, heat number 2. I beg your pardon. So we've got 2 swimmers entered here on a sub 10 minutes. Brian Fitzpatrick, Abby McMillan. So we would expect to see, and indeed we do, Brian is out in front. He turns there, 1:07.65. So it's Brian Fitzpatrick leading this, and he does so ahead of lane 2's Joe Crawford. First female, I think, is Abby McMillan. Yeah, she's in 3rd place at the moment. And then over there in lane 1, Erin Faulkner in 4th. So Brian Fitzpatrick continues to lead this heat. Joe Crawford, Abby McMillan. So not a lot of change at the moment. So the rest of the field just need to make sure they don't let our leaders go too far ahead. But we've a long way to go. So we're coming up to 200 metres completed for Brian. And he does that in a 2:20.79. So pretty early doors, but we are looking at a sub 10 minute, sub 9:40 finish. But he needs to keep that pace going.
Jessica Lafferty, Jackie, the only 50-year-old girl in this one. No more 15-year-olds to follow, so other...
No more 15-year-old females to follow, is the Roberts, so...
Yeah, she's actually swimming potentially for a medal in this one, and she's much slower at this point than Ruby and Lucy.
It's Brian Fitzpatrick who has this one at the moment. Abby McMillan, I think, is up in 2nd place now, ahead of Joe Crawford, but only just. So we'll see what happens. 300 metres completed. And the pace has dropped a little bit. We were looking at just around 73 and it's now over 74. Probably what we might expect sort of in the middle sections of this race. But it's Brian Fitzpatrick, Abby McMillan, Joe Crawford. And in behind them, East Kilbride's Lewis Watson. So there's a good number of 16-year-old boys still to come, so Brian will need to set a pretty good time if he wants to get himself anywhere near the medals this afternoon. Pretty low 9-minute entry times in the heats to come. We're a little bit slower, I think, than the previous.
It's a wee bit Jackie. It's fractionally slower than previous heats, as you say.
The pace is dropping now. We're up at over 75 over that last 100. With Abby McMillan firmly up into second place now. She's competing for 16-year-old medal, so let's just have a look. There's not one 16-year-old female to come in the final heat, so potentially we're certainly looking at a bronze, I think, for her. Abby McMillan, possibly something a bit of a different colour once the final times are all completed. But Brian Fitzpatrick continues to lead this. Looks very comfortable out in front. Joe Crawford in third, but coming up nicely there is So I'll finish what I was saying there. Coming up nicely alongside Joe Crawford is Lewis Watson. They're going into the turn there together at the far end. Good turn for Joe Crawford, and he's come out of that in third place. With Lewis Watson coming back up alongside him now as they come down to the turn. But it's Brian Fitzpatrick leading ahead of Abby McMillan. 550 metres completed. Brian Fitzpatrick, Abby McMillan, and the two boys in lanes 2 and 3 turning together again. I'm sure Lewis isn't going to let Joe get away from him again, as he did just a few moments ago. So on for picked up the pace a little bit there. So we're on for around a 9:52 finish at the moment. I'm sure.
Jessica Lafferty quite a wee bit back in lane 6, Jackie, so I don't know if she's in a position to get a bronze. Certainly not going to be gold or silver. The other two swimmers, Lucy and Ruby, in that previous heat, much faster.
So Brian Fitzpatrick, 5 lengths to go at the turn there. Abby McMillan, and it's now East Kilbride's Lewis Watson. Going into the turn there, body length ahead of Joe Crawford of Scotia. So in comes Brian. to the turn there. Is it 8:37.27. Still around a 9:52 finish is anticipated at the moment. And this is where the swimmers really need to dig deep. Those legs moving, get themselves through the water.
Bell coming up now.
The bell coming up for Brian now. Abby McMillan hears the bell. Lewis Watson's going to hear the bell. Joe Crawford's next. Erin Falconer there after him. And lane 6, Jessica Lafferty. Only 15-year-old female in this heat. And Brian finishes there in a 9:46.87. So just inside his entry time. Abby McMillan finishes second in a 9:54.18. Just outside her entry time. And third place goes to Lewis Watson in a 10:04.26. Erin Falconer's finished. Erin finishing there in a 1:10.82. Jessica's finished. And coming in to finish her race this afternoon, Heather Kellock, as that completes heat number 2.
So we move on to the third of the 4 heats we have. A few empty lanes in this one. In lane 1, Caleb Wilson, Stirling Swimming. In 2, Alexandru Vasilovs from Belshill Sharks. 3 and 4 are empty. So in 5, Oliver Jones, Inverclyde. 6 is Murray Johnson, round 96. 7, Erin Ferris, Cumbernauld. And 8 is Scott Watson, East Kilbride. So we have 4 15-year-old guys in lanes 1, 2, 6 and 8. We've got 2 15-year-old, in fact we've got 3 15-year-old guys later on. So they'll have to motor to try and put in very, very good times. Oliver Jones, then 5 is 16-year-old. And Erin Ferris is 17. And she's the last remaining 17 and over girls swimming in this. So she's effectively looking to improve on the times of the 2 older swimmers that swam earlier, but she has an entry time of 9:42, so even a finish around the 10-minute mark will give her the gold in that older age group for the girls. So it's advantage just a little bit, but not much. Alexandru Vasilovs Wilson Sharks over in lane 2 from Oliver Jones and Murray Johnson. So a few seconds faster than the previous heat. Two guys in 5 and 6, pretty close. Murray just close back a little bit. Oliver Jones, about a body length clear of Murray. And they're not far off the leader. He's got just over half a second advantage. Other 3 swimmers also pretty well together. So that wee challenge that Murray Johnson put in, Oliver Jones has responded, and he's virtually level with our leader. A little between the two now, 3:31, 13 and 32 respectively. Second and a half further back is Murray. Those 3 clear of the other 3 swimmers, headed by lane 8. Scott Watson. Still lane 2 with the advantage, but there's not much in it. As you were, roughly half a second between them, with Murray about a second further back in third. Just about the halfway mark. And may just be a change of leader here. Oliver Jones probably just hits the front halfway. 4:44.61. Murray still in third place and holding a fairly steady third at the moment. Oliver's now just beginning to try and stretch away from Alexandru. The gap just over half a second. Murray drops back a second or so on those 2 guys now. He's about almost 3 seconds ahead of Scott Watson, who's trying to get a chance to get himself into third place at the moment. Oliver Jones looks as though he has this one. Just beginning to increase that lead a little bit more. Coming up to the 500 mark. We're still swimming sub 9:40 here, and Oliver has a time of 9:27.09. So wait and see if he just ups his pace substantially over the next 100 or so. Don't think he's going to be troubling that 9:27 at the moment. So 6:50 gone. Next mark will be the 700 mark, or rather the 600 mark. Getting ahead of myself. And Oliver Jones just beginning to get away. Scott Watson has now got himself into third ahead of Murray Johnson, and in pursuit of Alexandru. 7:09:34 for our leader. He certainly has picked the pace up. There is a chance that he could get sub 9:30 here if he can just keep this strong pace going over the final 200. Certainly is looking pretty strong in the closing stages here. Scott finishing strongly in third. Gap best part of 5 seconds now. Approaching 700 meters for our leader. Something around 8:21 would be good. It is pretty good, 8:21:03. And that pace just picked up a wee bit more. It still looks very much as though somewhere around about 9:30s is what we're going to be looking at here. Like a 9:31 perhaps. Bell for everyone now. Well, a nice strong finish. We might just get a 9:29 here. Well, it wasn't quite 9:30:09, but a pretty nice finish. Close to that entry time of 9:27, 9:37:87. Second place, Alexandru Vasilis and Scott Watson, 9:42:73. Both these guys nicely inside their entry time. Well done to Alexandru and Scott. Erin Ferris, although it's a few seconds over her entry time, she'll get the gold in that older age group.
So here we go. It's heat number 5. In lane 1, Jasper Broom, South Ayrshire. 2, Cooper Sloss, Ren 96. 3, Lewis Nelson, East Kilbride. His teammate Kyle Connolly swims in lane 4. 5, Blake Herdman, Inverclyde. 6, Gregor Ross, City of Glasgow. 7, Lucy Hunter, Hamilton Baths. And 8, Sam Curry, South Ayrshire. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3 boys sub 9 minutes going into this. So let's see what this heat brings this afternoon. So we've got lane 4 there, Kyle Connolly, who was leading, and he still does. He turns just ahead of Lewis Nelson on the far side, but it's Kyle Connolly who has the advantage. Blake Herdman's not letting him go, neither is Gregor Ross. A 1:02:43 there. Nice arrow formation just about there in the pool, certainly for our leaders. So Kyle Connolly continues to lead ahead of Blake Herdman, and in turn ahead of Gregor Ross, and making up the arrowhead, Lewis Nelson. He's certainly looking very strong there, is our Kyle. 8:51 as an entry time, so is some 2 or 3 seconds faster than Blake Herdman, but Blake's not letting him go. So Kyle Connolly looking really strong in this event, 2:40.80 there. Blake Herdman right behind him, with Gregor Ross and Lewis Nelson battling it for third place at the moment. So down we come to 300 meters completed. (3:14.11). So we're looking at something a lot faster than we've previously seen this afternoon here. Some pace being set by Kyle at the moment. And Blake's staying with him. So Blake's competing for 15-year-old medals and Kyle for 16-year-olds. So at the moment, on the basis of an altogether faster heat, probably looking at our gold medalists in those age categories. But the race has still got to be completed by these boys. Down to 400 meters, halfway mark. 4 minutes 19 and 91 for Kyle. Some 3-second advantage there. Kyle's beginning to move away from Blake now. Not sure that Blake can keep the pace that Kyle is setting this afternoon. Lewis Nelson, I beg your pardon, has the advantage over Gregor Ross for third place. Here comes Kyle. Let's watch the clock. 5:25, 95 at the turn there, and Blake 5:31.64, so just under a 6-second advantage to the East Kilbride swimmer Kyle. Blake's just found it a little bit hard to stay with the pace, but he is in second place, setting a cracking pace himself, with an eye on a gold medal coming away from this afternoon. 5:58.68 there for Kyle. 8 seconds separates 1 and 2. Kyle Connolly, Blake Herdman, with Lewis still in third. Kyle's teammate. Gregor Ross isn't too far away, however. So let's watch what he does in the closing stages. Kyle Connolly. 6:31.65. Blake Herdman, 6:40.18. That gap is opening up all the time. It's now extended to around 9 seconds. And Lewis continues to hold Gregor Ross at bay for third place. We'll have to watch Gregor in the closing stages, however, pretty fast finisher. Kyle Connolly. Blake Herdman. Lewis Nelson's coming into turn now. Gregor Ross. See what the split there is. It's just around 2 seconds between third and fourth place. But it's no doubt who this race belongs to. Kyle Connolly. He's got 4 lengths to go now into the last 100 metres. Blake Herdman does turns and does the same. Lewis Nelson, I think maybe extending his lead over Gregor Ross. Yeah, up to 3 seconds now. And Gregor find anything to respond to that to Lewis. As hearing the bell, 2 lengths to go. Kyle Connolly, 8:10.56. Blake Herdman will hear it next. He's coming down to the turn. .23 for him at the turn there, 2 lengths to go. Lewis Nelson, 8:28.17. Gregor Ross, 8:31.89, so some 3.5 seconds. Probably far too much for him to do to overhaul Lewis now. As in to finish his 800 metre this afternoon in an 8:42.26 is Kyle Connolly. Well inside his entry time, he'll be pleased with that. Blake Herdman's coming in now. Entry 8:53.33, just outside that entry time. Lewis Nelson, I beg your pardon. Just outside his entry time, but nonetheless in third place. Gregor Ross has finished in fourth, so Lewis managed to keep Gregor at bay, some 4 seconds of a difference there. Well done, lads. That completes the 800 metre freestyle, event 4:01 this afternoon. And we're now moving on to something altogether faster, and it's the turn of the boys in the 50 metre breaststroke. We've got 6 heats of this for you this afternoon before the girls get the opportunity in one of 8 heats.
So we move on, as Jackie says, to 50 metres breaststroke, 6 heats. First of the 6, Zach Waller, Forth Valley Tridents in 3. Ewan Muir, Stirling Swimming in 4. Daniel Deacon, Kirkintilloch and Kilsyth in lane 5. Times in the high 30s or low 40s. A little between all 3 guys. That's going to be very much on the touch here. I think it's just going to be Ewan Muir. Ewan, who's just going to take this from Zach and Daniel. Good times though, 38.56, 39.16 and 39.42. PBs for all 3 swimmers. Can't ask for any more than that. Well done, lads.
Heat 2, lanes 2 through to 7, Aidan Fraser, Ewan Rendell, Dean Binney, Andrew Dwan, Lewis Aitchison and Blair McCarroll. So 2 boys entered here on 37 exactly, through to 38.02 are our entry times. So coming up, turn surfacing first, but not the lead. The City of Glasgow swimmer Andrew Dwan is leading this one ahead of Mulgine Bears, then Ewan Rendell, with a big battle going on for third place, possibly going to be won by lane 5, but the City of Glasgow swimmer finishes there in a time of 34.56, ahead of Ewan Rendell in a 36.99, and it is lane 6, Lewis Aitchison of Forth Valley, who took third place there, doing so in a time of 36.93.
Heat 3, Vanek Nimick, Forth Valley Tridents in 1. Pak Heilung, Ren 96.2, Caleb Wilson Stilling swimming 3. Jack Borkonski, Ren 96.4, Adam Merrick, Cumbernauld 5. Ethan Reid, Ren 96.6, Ethan Alexander, City Glasgow 7, and Aaron Russell, Belsill Sharks in 8. Just could be 7, Ethan Alexander, City Glasgow just shading it. But there's 4 swimmers almost in the line for that second place. Ethan, I think, gets this one. Lane 4 and 3, sorry, 3 and 2 rather. That was 3-4-2, it was pretty tight there. Lane 3, 36-34, taking second place, Caleb Wilson. And in third, 36-51, Jack Boronsky, just ahead of Pak Heilung, 100th further back in fourth.
Heat number 4, lanes 1 through to 8, Sam Haddon, Kyle Harper, Matthew Jack, Gregor Ross, Kieran Brown, Cameron Mayer, Ewan Morrison and Zihan Wang. And it is lane 4, Gregor Ross leading this one. Good turn there. Proved his advantage. So what's happening in behind him? His teammate, Kieran Brown, I think will take second place. The big battle for third, but it's going to be won by Renfrew Bath. No, in fact not. Beg your pardon. Inverclyde Cameron Mayer took that one in third. So 31.22 for Gregor Ross. Kieran Brown in a 33.31. And in a 33.90, Cameron Mayer of Inverclyde. Just wait for the results to be confirmed for us. And there you go.
Heat 5, second of the heat seeded. 1, Peter Merrick, Mulgine Bears 10. 2, Oliver Jones, Inverclyde. Teammate Carrick Thompson 3. 4, Finlay Byrne, Forth Valley Tridents. 5, Ryan Crabb, Ren 96. 6, Joe Crawford, Scotia. 7, Andrew Patterson, City Glasgow. And 8, Callum Struzik, Belsill Sharks. Oh, just shading it in lane 3, Carrick Thompson from Finlay Byrne and Ryan Crabb. Lanes 3, 4, 5, that's how it's going to end. 31.94 the winning time. 32.39 and 32.73 for Finlay and Ryan. You finished third, second and third.
This is heat 6 and empty lane 1, then lanes 2 through to 8 are Luke Watland-Smith, Kyle Mossman, Ethan Collins, Hamish Maxwell, Daniel Faulkner, Stanislav Hirstov and Jack Shaw. And it's lane 4, Ethan Collins, who has the advantage here ahead of teammates Kyle Mossman. But it's Hamish Maxwell splitting them. So it'll be Ethan Collins, Hamish Maxwell, and Kyle Mossman are your 1, 2 and 3, 31-19, 32-27 and 33-12 respectively. As that concludes, and there's the result confirmed, that concludes the boys' 50-metre breaststroke this afternoon, and we move on to event 403 with 8 heats.
Three going our first one. In 3, Zoe Griffin, Cumbernauld. 4 is Evie Anderson, South Ayrshire. 5, Nola Monroe, Inverclyde. Times in the 43-second range, so expect a fairly tight contest here. Pretty close at the turn. Might just have been Nola Monroe just ahead of Evie Anderson out the turn. Still very close between those two. Nola in 5, Evie in 4, and Evie in 4 trying to get the better of the girls. Very much on a touch. Lane 4 just gets it. Evie, Nola and Zoe, that's how it finishes. 43.57 the winning time. All very much on their entry times there.
Heat number 2, lanes 1 through to 8. Evie Martin, Ava Pettigrew, Hannah Jameson, Louisa Davis, Rachel Cameron, Erin Lammy, Faith Riley and Lucy Vignan. 41.27 through to 42.76. So it's going to be tight, but it looks like it's lane 7. Faith Riley. But she doesn't get it all her own way, because let's watch East Kilbride's Hannah Jameson over there in lane 3. Still with the advantage with the Dumfries cap there, Faith Riley, but coming through really fast. Hannah Jameson all at the touch when it goes to lane 7's. Faith Riley in a time of 40.40. Hannah Jameson takes second in a 40.60. And third place goes to lane 4's Louisa Davis in a 41.29.
Heat 3, Madison Gourley, North Ayrshire 1, Cavachetti, ran 96.2. Ellie Hanlon, Forth Valley Tridents 3. Teammate Maisie McCafferty 4. Lisa Thompson, Cumbernauld 5. Ava Steele, Forth Valley Tridents 6. Her teammate Amy Jones in 7. And Jenna Aikenhead, Renfrew Baths in 8. Out the turn. Leader is lane 2, Cavachetti, ran 96. She's well clear. Who's going to get second? Lanes 3 and 6. Oh, it's all very tight. Lane 6 second, 40.80, and lane 4, 40.82 takes third. That was Ava Steele and Maisie McCafferty. Cavachetti, the only one under the 40 and a 39.27.
This is heat number 4, lanes 1 through to 5. Charlotte Palavkos-Sidstag, Amelia Priegel, Lois Gunn, Rachel McGavin, Emily Dawson. Empty lanes 6 and 7. And in lane 8, Mia Loudon. Oh, no lane 4 either. So 3 empty lanes here. And leading this in that distinctive cap of Milgar and Bears Den is Emily Dawson. She will take this, and doing so ahead. Lane 5, Emily Dawson. Oh, beg your pardon, I'm reading that completely wrong. Lewis Gunn in first place in a 37.69. Lane 5's Emily Dawson takes second place in a 39.12, and Mia Loudon takes third place in a, I think that was a 40.02.
So we move on to our fifth heat. Katia Wilson, Bellshill Sharks 2. Amy Wanless, Forth Valley Tridents, Stevie Chan in 3, Ren 96, Katie Gaffney 4, Ruther Glen Empty Lane 5, 6, Sophie Hutchison, Mogan Bears 10, Luce Herdman 7, Elite Melrose 8, both for Clyde. It's just lane 3, I think, shading it. Evie Chan from Katie Gaffney. Not a lot in it between the two. Evie Chan, Katie Gaffney, and probably lane 1, the Bellshill swimmer, Katia Wilson. 37.10, 37.83, and 38.84.
That's that result confirmed for heat number 5. So this is heat number 6, lanes 1 through to 8, Eva Park, Jenny Maguire, Evie Mackey, Honor McCarty, Connie Hart, Millie Barton, Kaylin Chan, and Hannah Lindsay. So 33.20 through to 37.79. Let's watch, we've seen Evie Mackey in action earlier today, and there she goes. Out in front there in lane 3, Evie Mackey leading ahead of Honor McCarty. Honor's been chased by Connie Hart, however. That's your top 3. Evie Mackey comes in to finish. 39.90 for her. It's lane 4's. Honor McCarty taking second place in a 34.87, and South Ayrshire's Connie Hart in a 35.39 takes third place.
Heat 7, 1 Grace Blair, 4 Valley Tridents, 2 Molly Irvin Watson, Dumfries, 3 Cara White, Ren 96, Empty 4, 5 Alana Wilson, Belsilk Sharks, 6 Emma Binney, Inverclyde, 7 Eva Ross, City Glasgow, and 8 Olivia Russell, Cumbernauld. Lane 5 and 7 almost together. And it's the Belsilk, so I think just with the edge. Alana Wilson from Eva Ross, a little between the two. Alana from Eva. And lane 3, I think, just touches out. Joanna Calder, Ella Cunningham taking third. The winning time there, 34.80.
Final heat, heat number 8 of event 403. Lanes 1 through to 8, Lucy McLaughlin, Joanna Calder, Ella Cunningham, Amy McLeod, Kayla Smith, Millie Colvin, Cara Grumble and Anna Chichenko. And it's lane 4, Amy McLeod went into the turn first there. Just has the advantage now over her teammate, Kayla Smith. Kayla's going to hold on to second place, but she's being hunted all the way down now. But it is Amy McLeod finishing there in a 34.71 in first place. Kayla Smith takes second in a 35.98. And third place goes to Millie Colvin in a 36.51. As that's the results confirmed.
First of 7 heats, 1 Samuel Young, North Ayrshire, 2 Adam Somerville, Red 96, 3 Scott Watson, East Kilbride, 4 Sam Haddon, Red 96, 5 Zai Hang Wang, City Glasgow teammate Alexander Schmuzik, and in 7 Lewis Watson, East Kilbride. So 4 lengths. And going pretty strongly over in lane 1, Samuel Young, turning in second. Lane 6, Alexander Schmuzik and Zihang Wang in third. At the moment, Samuel Young, North Ayrshire. Nice advantage. Good half a metre clear in pursuit. City Glasgow swimmer in lane 6, Alexander Schmuzik. It is going to be lane 1 from 6 and 5. 1:01.34, the winning time for Samuel, Alexander and Zia Haimung, second and third respectively.
So this is heat number 2 in lane 1, Jamie Lang, Western Bartonshire, empty lane 2, 3, Ethan Reid, Ren 96, empty lane 4, 5, Regan Shaw, Cumbernauld, 6, Matthew Jack, Renfrew Bath, 7, Ewan Muir, Stirling Swimming, and 8, Peter Merrick from Milngine Bears Den. And it is lane 8 leading this one, Peter Merrick from Milngine Bears Den, 29.17 at the turn for him. leading ahead of lane 6, Blair McCarroll and Nicodemus Mumans. It's still Peter who has the advantage here as the boys come down, but he's being challenged for that by Blair McCarroll. Can Blair catch him? No, belongs to Peter. 101.68. Blair McCarroll in second in a 102.13. And splitting them, lane 7, Ewan Muir for third place in a 103. Oh, got that wrong. The board's been adjusted. It's lane 5, Regan Shaw in a 103.14. But I think we're going to wait for that result to be confirmed. So I can just read some results for earlier on. The 15-year-old 800-metre freestyle medalists. Bronze goes to Bales Hill's Jessica Lafferty. Silver, Lanark's Lucy Taylor. And gold, South Ayrshire's Ruby McInnes. Silver, start again. 16-year-old girls. Bronze goes to Inverclyde's Lucy McLaughlin. Silver, City of Glasgow's Abby McMillan. And gold, Hamilton Bath's Lucy Hunter. 17 and over. So I'm also keeping an eye on the scoreboard here. The results to be confirmed, but 17 and over. Bronze, Western Bartonshire's Leah Rafferty. Silver, Bales Hill Sharks' Erin Faulkner. And gold, Cumbernaul's Erin Ferris. Here we go, the results are confirmed for heat number 2 of event 404.
One Jack Trainer, Hamilton Bass, Ewan Morrison, teammate in 2, Ryan Crabb 3, Ryan 96 4, Finlay Goodici, Renfrew Bass 5, Daniel Faulkner, Dumfries 6, Blair McCarroll, South Ayrshire, empty lane 7, and Luke Glenn, City Glasgow in lane number 8. Finlay Goodici, the only swimmer sub a minute in this one, and he's out just in second place, or third place rather. Is actually leading just ahead of Blair McCarroll, Daniel Faulkner, 20.85. So this is a borderline sub a minute for all these guys. 2 middle lanes, pretty tight. Finlay Goodici, Daniel Faulkner in 5. It's going to be very much on the touch. Daniel in 5, going to get up and get this from lane 6 and 4. 1:00:06. 16, 00:35 and 00:80 for Blair and for Finlay. Well done, Daniel.
And this is heat number 4, lane 1, Luke Watling-Smith, Western Bartonshire. 2, Kieran Brown, City of Glasgow. We have an empty lane 3. 4, Pak Hai Lung, Loren 96. 5, Henry Juan, City of Glasgow. 6, Jay McKinnon, Western Bartonshire. His teammate Matthew Darrock swims in lane 7. And 8, Ewan Baxter, Ren 96. So these boys are all on entry time, certainly sub 1 minute. So let's see what they do this afternoon. But it's lane 8, Ewan Baxter, who had the lead there at the turn ahead of lanes 5 and 4, Hanru Juan and Pak Hai Lung. And going up and into the final turn there. It's pretty tight, but it's still, I think the advantage still lies with lane 8. Let's keep an eye on lane 1. Luke Watling-Smith over there, the Western Bartonshire cap. Luke Watling-Smith Pak Hun Lung and Ewan Baxter. That's your finish order. No, Luke Pak Hun Lung took that from Luke Watling Smith, 54-24, so 59-24. 59.67 for Luke Watling Smith, and it was Ewan Baxter who took third place in a 59.79.
Heat 5, Cam Mather, Inverclydes. 2, Jack Shaw, Bellshill Sharks. 3, Ali Hattab, Dumfries. 4, James Gillis, City Glasgow, teammate Luke Garrity in 5, Empty Lane 6, 7, Lewis Nelson, East Kilbride, and 8, Lewis at Aitchison, Forth Valley Tridents. First of the seeded heat, so all the action should be in the middle lanes. That's certainly the case for James Gillis. Entry time of 54.80. And either side of him, Ali Hattab in 3, Luke Garrity in 5. James will clear. James Gillis, Luke Garrity in 4, in 5 rather. Ali Hattab in 3. Well, it was pretty tight, just lane 5, Luke Garrity by 400s, 57.31, 57.35 was Ali Hattab's time. James Gillis 54.93.
We're on to heat number 6 now. Empty lane 1, 2, Jack Bukowski, Ren 96. 3, Theo Sterica, South Ayrshire. His teammate Hamish Maxwell swims in lane 4. 5, Gregor Ross, City of Glasgow. 6, Aaron Russell, Bellshill Sharks, with his teammate Alexandru Vasilios swimming in lane 7. And lane 8 sees Aidan Fraser of Western Bartonshire. So coming up to the halfway mark, and the leaders are in the centre of the pool, Hamish Maxwell and Gregor Ross. With lane 2, Jack Bukowski in 3rd place. So I'll put the turn there and heading for home. I think it's the South Ayrshire swimmer. It is Hamish Maxwell that has the advantage over Gregor Ross. Hamish Maxwell, Gregor Ross, Jack Bukowski I think will take 3rd. He'll just hold off the challenge there. So 55.94 for Hamish Maxwell, Gregor Ross 56.88, and Jack Bukowski in a 57.43, holding off the challenge there from Theo Sterica.
Seventh and final heat, 1, Max Corcoran, South Ayrshire, teammate Sam Curry. 2, 3, Callum Struzik, Bellshill Sharks. 4, Robson Miles, City Glasgow. 5, Carrick Thompson, Inverclyde. 6, Stanis Hustov, Forth Valley Tridents. And 7, Kyle Connolly, East Kilbride. Well clear in 4, Robson Miles, going extremely well, the halfway mark. Lanes 5 and 2, close behind Carrick Thompson, Sam Curry. Well, nobody's going to catch our leader, Robson Miles. All about getting a time. It's going to give you a good lane in the final. And down the final few metres, Robson Miles, Carrick Thompson, Callum, and in lane 2, Sam Curry. That's your 1, 2, 3, 54.46, the winning time.
Finish giving you some of the medalists for the men's 15-year-old 800-metre freestyle. In bronze medal position, South Ayrshire's Jasper Broom, silver South Ayrshire's Sam Curry, and gold goes to Inverclyde's Blake Herdman. 16-year-olds, bronze goes to Ren 96's Cooper Sloss, silver goes to East Kilbride's Lewis Nelson, and gold goes to East Kilbride's Kyle Connolly. Boys, men 17 and over, the gold medal goes to Gregor Ross, City of Glasgow. So this is event 405, the female 15 and over 100-metre freestyle with 9 heats. Heat number 1, lane 2, Emma Imrie, South Ayrshire. 3, Ellen Barbary, City of Glasgow. 4, Katrina Henderson, East Kilbride. 5, Carmen Hume, Kilmarnock. Empty lane 6, and 7, Lauren Feeney, City of Glasgow. And into the turn now goes City of Glasgow's Ellen Barbary. She has the advantage over Carmen Hume from Kilmarnock. And in between them, Katrina Henderson. That's your 1, 2, and 3. And now heading for home in that order. So if Katrina can do anything about Carmen Hume, she's come up within a half a body length, but I think Carmen's going to hold her off. As in to finish her race, Ellen Barbary in a 1:07.87. So that's well within her entry time. Lane 5's Carmen Hume takes second place in a 1:09.89, again inside her entry time. And third place goes to lane 4's Katrina Henderson in a 1:11.60, just outside her entry time. As in finishes Emma and Lauren. We do need that result to be confirmed before we can proceed. There we go, result confirmed for that first heat, I think. No, there's obviously just some adjustment going on at the moment before the result can be confirmed. There we go. The result is confirmed for heat number 1.
So second heat, 1, Davy Martin, Kirkintilloch and Kilsyth. 2, Sophia Macaulay from Hampton Bass. 3, Nuala Munro, Inverclyde. 4, Hannah Jameson, East Kilbride. 5, Olivia Russell, Cumbernauld. 6, Charlotte Adair. 7, Hannah Adair, both from North Ayrshire. Middle lanes prominent here, Hannah Jameson, Olivia Russell. And in lane 6, Charlotte Adair, but Hannah with the advantage, 32.43. best part of a body length clear. Lane 2 trying to get into the mix. Sophia McGinley out the turn. Odie's going to catch Anna Jamieson, Olivia Russell, Charlotte Adair in 4 and 5. Our best of the rest at the moment. Anna will take that in 107.03. Olivia Russell, 109.30 and 110.04. Sophia McCauley takes third.
And we move on to heat number 3. In lane 1, Sophie Stark, Mulgown Bearsden. 2, Faith Riley. Dumfries. 3, Eva Gibson, Cumbernauld. 4, Lucy McGovern, City of Glasgow. 5, Keisha McCormack, Scotia. 6, Madison Gurley, North Ayrshire. 7, Ava Steele, Forth Valley Tridents. And 8, Katia Wilson, Bells Hill Sharks. And it's over on the other side of the pool. Faith Riley, the Dumfries swimmer, who has the advantage going into the halfway turn. 31.34 for her. She's leading ahead of Keisha McCormack and in turn ahead of Lucy McGovern. We saw Fife win a heat earlier on from lane 8. She's making best advantage of lane 2 now. Turns first there at the far end. Possibly a bit of a challenge coming from lanes 4 and 5. But I think Faith is going to hold this. Lots of encouragement there from her team coaches. And it is Faith Riley who takes this one, doing so in a time of 1:05.31 inside her entry time. And lane 4, Lucy McGovern takes second place in a 1:06.37. And Keisha McCormack takes third in a 1:06.85. Let's wait for that result to be confirmed. And there we go, it is indeed. Did you get...
Heat 4, Lucy Vignon, South Ayrshire 1, 2, Jessica Lafferty, Bells Hill Sharks, 3, Orla Jeffrey, Lanark, 4, Amy Wanless, 4, Valley Tridents, 5, Heather Kellock, Dumfries, 6, Lewis Herdman, Inverclyde, 7, Zara Dunn City, Glasgow, and in 8, Cara White, Ren 96. It's lane 6, Lewis Herdman, with the advantage from 8 and possibly 4. Cara White, Amy Wanless, Lucy Vignon. It's this side of the pool where we are. Lewis Herdman from Cara White. Still as you were, those two leading. Over in lane 1, I think just in third, Lucy Vignon. Lewis Herdman takes this one, very close for second. Lewis takes that. Lanes 1 and 8, second and third. Lucy Vignon and Cara White. Lewis Herdman's winning time, 1:05.59, 1:06.16 and 1:06.68 for Lucy and Cara.
Okay, can I just have your attention for a moment, swimmers, please? We're looking for, can you just check the kit that you've picked up, and these will be for the boys largely. So we're looking for a black pair of Puma shorts. You'll know they're not yours because there's a chain inside one of the pockets. Could you check and see whether you have those? If you do, could you return them? Could you send them? Sorry, start that again. Could you hand them to one of the Scotia coaches for us, please? Thank you very much. Sorry, referee. This is heat number 5. In lane 1, Nina Spirit Hawthorne, Inverclyde. 2, Lauren Dunlop, Dumfries. 3, Hannah Lindsay, Hamilton Baths. 4, Maisie McCafferty, Forth Valley Tridents. 5, Alana Wilson, Bells Hill Sharks. 6, Caitlin Hamilton, Lanark. 7, Amy McLeod, City of Glasgow. And 8, Amy Jones, Forth Valley Trident. And it's over there in lane 1 the advantage lies, the Inverclyde swimmer. But swimming really nicely as well, Amy McLeod from City of Glasgow. She just shades that at the turn. So Amy McLeod, and in fact Lauren Dunlop got in second there ahead of Nina Spirit Hawthorne. So you can see Lauren, and over on the far side she's in second place and behind Amy McLeod now. I think third place does it possibly lie with Nina, but also there in the middle of the pool, the Bells Hill Sharks swimmer Alana Wilson. So in to finish her race in a 1:03.26, Amy McLeod. Second place in a 1:04.41 goes to Lauren Dunlop. And first place goes to Nina Spirit Hawthorne in a 1:05.74. Just wait for that to be confirmed for us. And there you go, confirmation on the board.
Heat 6, Mia Loudon, red 96 in 1. Neve Scott, City Glasgow 2. Abby Henderson, Rutherglen 3. Ellie Laidlaw, Dumfries 4. Gailey Smith from City Glasgow 5. Empty 6. 7. Lucy McLaughlin 8. Ailey Melrose, both from Inverclyde. Just possibly lane 4. There's not a lot in it at the halfway mark. 4-5-8, Ailey Laidlaw, Kelly Smith, Ailey Melrose, and also well there in 3, Abby Henderson. Now it's the 3 middle lanes with the action 4 and 5, 4-5, and then 3, Ailey Laidlaw, Kelly Smith, Abby Henderson, and now coming through to try and challenge in 5, Kelly Smith. But Ailey's going to hold her just. We'll wait for the time for 5 to come up. 1:03.10. There we are, 1:03.21. It was pretty close. And 1:04.06. Third place, Abby Henderson. Ailey Laidlaw takes that 1:03.
And we move on to heat number 7. In lane 1, Cara Gumborough, City of Glasgow. 2, Millie Colvin, Dumfries. Her teammate, Anna Dunlop, swims in lane number 4. Lane number 3, because it's an empty lane 4. 5, Brooke Stevenson, South Ayrshire. 6, Lucy Taylor, Lanark. 7, Joanna Calder, Milngine, Bearsden. And 8, Ruby McInnes, South Ayrshire. And off to a cracking start here, there in lane 3. Anna Dunlop, the Dumfries swimmer. She has this ahead of lane 5's Brooke Stevenson and Joanna Calder at the halfway mark. That was your top 3, Lauren. Anna Dunlop continues to lead this. She turned first there. She's got about a body length advantage over the rest of the field. This is all about second and third, but a second will go to the South Ayrshire swimmer, Brooke Stevenson. Third place to Lucy Taylor. So that's your 1, 2 and 3. Lauren Dunlop in a 1:02.19. Brooke Stevenson in a 102.58, and Joanna Calder in a 103.30. Your top three finishers in heat number 7.
Heat 8, Caitlin Chan, 1. Renin to 6, Anna Hickson. Morgan Beersten, 2. Caitlin Morton. City Glasgow, 3. Amber Hinton, Dumfries, 4. 5 is Honor McCarty, City Glasgow, empty lane 6. 7, Emily Donson, Morgan Beersten. And 8, Alex Shepherd, Cumbernauld. 2 girls sub a minute here. That's Amber Hinton, who's flying. And Honor McCarty, who's not quite flying quite as fast as Amber, but who's going to take this by a big margin here. This is a masterclass swim here from Amber Hinton. 59.11, and it looked pretty easy, didn't it? 102.36 for lane 5. She's not 7th, she's 2nd. Honor McCarty. 104.17 is the time showing for Caitlin Chan. We'll wait for that lane 5, which looked to be about a 102-ish, but it was there. Now you see it, now you don't, it disappeared. It came up as a split, as a 50, not as a split of 100. That's why she came in as 7th place, because there was no touch at the 50 mark. That's why we had a wee hiccup. 102.31, that's now confirmed. Thank you. Just waiting on that result just to be scrolled through and confirmed before we can get underway. We'll be starting the final heat, number 9, just a wee minute, Jackie. But the gremlin's at work again.
Got to have a gremlin, Robert.
Yeah, it's been going so smoothly this afternoon. It's but thankfully no swim-off so far that we're aware of.
So this is the final heat of event 405, and in lane 1, so it's heat number 9. Lane 1, Sophia McGinley, Cumbernauld. 2, Connie Hart, South Ayrshire. 3, Ella Cunningham, City of Glasgow. 4, Molly Irvin Watson, Dumfries. 5, Ava Ross, City of Glasgow. Her teammate Anna Campbell in lane 6, and their teammate Amy Rowell in lane 7. 8 sees Sarah McGuire of Dumfries. Commanding start there. In lane 4, Molly Irvin Watson, 28.31 at the turn, leading ahead of Ava Ross and in turn Sophia McGinley. This is a good swim by the Dumfries swimmer Molly Irvin Watson. Entered here in a 58.50. And she's well ahead of the rest of the field. Let's watch the clock now. 58.15 for Molly, she takes first. Second place goes to Ava Ross in a 101.51, and third place goes to South Ayrshire's Connie Hart in a 103.02. That does conclude the heat number 405. We're now moving on to backstrokes, and I'll give you some finalists for the final sessions later on today while the officials set up the backstroke start. So the 15-year-old boys 50-metre breaststroke. Finalists are Ryan Crabb, Matthew Jack, Sam Haddon, Andrew Patterson, Zihan Wang, Ethan Alexander, Caleb Wilson, Ewan Rendell, with reserves Blair McCarroll and Zach Waller. 16-year-old boys, Ethan Collins, Carrick Thompson, Hamish Maxwell, Kyle Mossman, Joe Crawford, Cameron Mather, Luke Watling-Smith, Peter Merrick. The reserves are Hunray Dwan and Oliver Jones. 17 and over, Gregor Ross, Finley Byrne, Kieran Brown, Daniel Faulkner, Stanislav Hirostov, Ewan Morrison, Jack Shaw and Pak Hai Lung, with reserve Ewan Muir. Okay, the girls' 15-year-olds meter backstroke. Finalists Honor McCarty, Connie Hart, Kayla Smith, Jenny Maguire, Evie Chan, Grace Blair, Kavia Shetty, Mia Loudon, with reserves Faith Riley and Hannah Jemison. 16-year-old girls Evie Mackey, Ava Ross, Cara White, Molly Irvin Watson, Emma Binney, Ella Cunningham, Katie Gaffney, Olivia Russell. Reserves Katia Wilson and Emily Dawson. 17 and over girls Amy McLeod, Alana Wilson, Millie Colvin, Joanna Calder, Cara Grumbrol, Anna Chichenko, Lewis Gunn, Millie Barton, with reserves Kaylin Chan and Eva Park. Thank you.
So as Jackie says, 200 backstroke for the guys, 6 in this one. Alexandras Blaskiewski for Philly Tridents in 2. Ethan Alexander, City Glasgow 3. Adam Somerville, round 96 in 4. 5 is Alexander Schmischke from City Glasgow. 6, Lachlan McLean, South Ayrshire. 7, Jamie Lang, Western Bartonshire. Very little between Adam and Alexander. So halfway mark, it's getting it pretty close here. The two guys, 4 and 5, virtually together, but not far off the pace. Alexander Splashkushki with Ethan Alexander close by in 4th. Still a lot to play for, 75 metres to go. 2:36 is the fastest time. That's Adam, who's now pulled himself into the lead at the business end of the race as we get into the final 50. And he's got just over a second advantage. Nice turn though from Alexander. And still within striking distance, still all to play for. Late charge from Ethan Alexander, but I think he's left it too late. He's probably gone into 3rd now. But the two guys that are in 4 and 5 look as though they're not going to be challenged now. It was a really good turn from Ethan to close that gap, but it's all between the two in the middle. And Adam's just going to hold on here. Not by much, to be fair. But what a great times from all 4 guys that have come home. 2:29.76, 29.97, 32.32. For Ethan, and 34.08. That's a great time for Alexander's. Something like 13-second improvement for the 4th place swimmer. Lachlan McLean also improves his time by about 5 or 6 seconds. So 5 out of 6. That's pretty good, guys. Well done.
Yeah, good start there to 200 metre backstroke. clearing the pool now before we get started with heat number 2. So heat number 2, empty lane 1, 2, Luke Glenn, City of Glasgow, 3, Blair McCarroll, South Ayrshire, 4, Ewan Baxter, Wren 96, 5, Brian Fitzpatrick, Western Bartonshire, 6, Andrew Patterson, City of Glasgow, 7, Regan Shaw, Cumbernauld, and 8, Aidan Fraser, Western Bartonshire. Pretty much in a line, but I think shading it is Luke Glenn, City of Glasgow, over there in lane number 2. Maybe got half a body length advantage, but his teammate certainly is challenging him at Andrew Patterson. And in fact, it was Andrew that got the turn there ahead of Luke Glenn. And in third place, the Western Bartonshire swimmer Brian Fitzpatrick. But now making a move, we can see Ewan Baxter. As the boys go up to the turn. It is Andrew Patterson, I think. Possibly not now. Ewan Baxter maybe leading just ahead of Andrew Patterson. And Brian Fitzpatrick in third place. So halfway, 100 metres done. 1:11.81 for our leader, Ewan Baxter. Andrew Patterson in a 1:12.66 and Brian Fitzpatrick in a 1:13.28 at the halfway mark. So these boys all entered, let's see what we've got here, 2:25 through to 2:35 as entry times. And as Robert said, in the heat number 1, we said some pretty good time set, going home with personal best, but looking very strong out in the front now. There in lane 4, Ewan Baxter of Wren 96, competing in the 17-18-year-old, 17 and over category, I beg your pardon. Andrew Patterson, he'll be in the 15-year-olds. And Brian Fitzpatrick in the 16. So we've still have 2 more heats to go, of course. Let's see. There's 1, 2 more 15-year-olds. So Andrew certainly think looking at a medal, subject to everything being okay at the end of this race. And in to finish his race in a 2:25.99 is Ewan Baxter. Lane 6, Andrew Patterson finishes in a 2:27.47. And it is Western Bartonshire's Brian Fitzpatrick's finishing third in a 2:30.40. Subject to the results being confirmed, and indeed they have been. And just while we're waiting, I think there's just a little bit of an issue possibly with one of the boards there. So I'll continue to give you some finalists for later on this afternoon. The 15-year-old boys 100-metre freestyle finalists are Sam Curry, Max Corcoran, Blair McCarroll, Alexander Schmeitek, Matthew Darroch, Matthew Jack, Ryan Crabb and Alexandru Vasilios, with reserves Zihan Wang and Sam Haddon. 16-year-old boys are Hamish Maxwell, Carrick Thompson, Ali Hattab, Jack Bukowski, Theo Sterica, Lewis Nelson, Aaron Russell, Callum Struzek, with reserves Kyle Connolly and Luke Watling-Smith. 17-year-olds are Robson Miles, James Gillis, Gregor Ross, Luke Garrity, Pak Hai Lung, Jack Shaw, Ewan Baxter, Daniel Faulkner, and reserves Kieran Brown and Finlay Guadici. So this is heat number 3 in lane... sorry, beg your pardon, Robert. Heat number 3, in lane 1, Max Corcoran, South Ayrshire. His teammate Theo Sterica in lane 2. Their teammate Hamish Maxwell in 3. 4 sees Daniel Hay of Forth Valley Tridents. 5, Finlay Guidici, Renfrew Baths. 6, Dean Binney, Inverclyde, empty lane 7. And 8, Malcolm Ormrod of Lanark. And it's over on the far side, Max Corcoran, who has the advantage at the turn there, 32.78 ahead of Malcolm Ormrod, and in turn ahead of lane 6's Dean Binney. 2:19 is the fastest time, entry time here, 2:23, through to 2:23 I mean to say. Still state lane 1, Max Corcoran leading here, one of our 15-year-olds. So there's only one more 15-year-old to go in this event. So Max will have his eye on that gold medal, no doubt. So Max leads ahead of lane 6's Dean Binney, and in turn ahead of Daniel Hay. A little bit of change in behind Max Corcoran there. Max is looking pretty strong over there in lane 1, but they are eating into his lead. That bright pink cap there of Daniel Hay coming through. Max Corcoran, Daniel Hay. Lane 6's Dean Binney in 3rd place. Need to keep an eye on Hamish Maxwell as well. He's not too far away from our 3 leaders. So up and into the final turn, and I think Daniel Hay may now have the advantage ahead of Max Corcoran. He does, coming out of that turn. Finlay Guidici. That's not right. Dean Binney, I beg your pardon, up there as well. So lane 4 takes that. Daniel Hay ahead of Dean Binney. 2:20.43 for our leader. 2:20.89 for Dean Binney, and 2:21.06 for Max Corcoran. We'll just wait for the result to be confirmed before we move on to the final heat. There we go, result confirmed.
Our 4th heat, Joe Carty 1, City Glasgow, empty lane 2, 3 Cameron O'Donnell, Hamilton Bass, 4 Ethan Collins, City Glasgow, 5 Blake Herman, Inverclyde, 6 Kyle Mossman, City Glasgow, 7 Finlay Bennett, Rutherglen, and 8 Kyle Harper, South Ayrshire. Well, Ethan Collins has been pretty lethal every time he's got into the water here. At the moment, not quite so lethal, but he's still leading. And on paper, he's a few seconds past the rest of the field. After 50, he leads at a better turn. That just gives him that advantage. That's one of the key factors on short course. You maybe don't have to be sometimes the greatest swimmer, but if you can maximise the skills with the turns, you can really murder the opposition. And on backstroke, get yourself 10, 12 metres off the wall before you surface, plenty leg kick, and you hardly need to do any swimming at all, Jackie. That's it. Well done, Ethan. You got about 8 metres before you actually surfaced, and that's what's given him a nice advantage. We reach the 1:25, and let's see how many metres these guys got off the wall. Well, it's only about 7. Some of the really good guys can get 12, 13 plus. That's what all these swimmers really need to maximise practising when they're in the pool during their sessions. But this is one that Ethan Collins has got off pretty lightly because the other guys have not quite got the same skills he has out the turns. Well, Ethan Collins coming down to take this. Blake Herdman, Cameron O'Donnell are vying for second and third. And also lane 6, in fact 7. It was pretty close, those other lanes. Lane 5 certainly second. And just touching everyone out for third place was Rutherglen's Finlay Bennett, who's had a very good week. And this day today, Finlay Bennett probably saying, oh well, I sneaked in and got just into third place, guys. You weren't watching.
I'll give you some for the finalists while the swimmers vacate the pool. The girls, 15-year-olds, 100-metre freestyle. Amber Hinter, Honor McCarty, Brooke Stevenson, Connie Hart, Ailey Laidlaw, Kayla Smith, Lucy Taylor, Abby Henderson, reserves Amy Rowell and Lauren Dunlop. 16-year-old girls, Molly Irvin Watson, Ava Ross, Anna Dunlop, Iona Hickson, Anna Campbell, Ailey Melrose, Ella Cunningham, Emily Dawson, with reserves Alex Shepherd and Lucy McLaughlin. 17 and over girls, Amy McLeod, Joanna Calder, Kaylin Chan, Sophia McGinley, Cara Gumbrough, Lewis Herdman, Alana Wilson, Millie Colvin, with reserves Hannah Lindsay and Maisie Cafferty. So this is event 407, female 15 and over 200-metre backstroke. We have 6 heats for you this afternoon. This event will conclude the first session for this afternoon, I beg your pardon, before we move on to the finals. So in lane 2, Faith Riley, Dumfries. 3, Eva Gibson, Cumbernauld. 4, Evie Anderson, South Ayrshire. 5, Sophie Macaulay, Hamilton Baths. And 6, Martina Masalek, City of Glasgow. So 2:49, 2:50, so it's 3 minutes. It's all going to be pretty tight here, I think, certainly on paper. It's the Hamilton Bath swimmer Sophie Macaulay leading at this early stage. She's doing so ahead of Martina Masalek and in turn ahead of Evie Anderson. So the girls will come down to the halfway mark, and it is still that distinctive white and a red cap of Hamilton Baths. Sophie Macaulay leading here, coming up alongside Martina Masalek as Evie Anderson. So really not much between second and third place. If you look at the times there, 1:21.47 against the 1:21.62. I think Martinez just has regained the advantage. But she's being pushed all the way as Sophie Macaulay continues abound, leading this heat. Not sure the girls will be able to do too much. Looks pretty strong there with her stroke rate. That appears to be moving away from them. Let's have a look at the time as she turns here. 2:01.96. And then 2:04.56. So nearly a 3-second advantage to our leader. She goes into the final turn now. And this one will belong to Sophie Macaulay. She's had the lead right from the beginning. South Ayrshire swimmer Evie Anderson up into third place now. I don't think Martina can do much about that. And Martina will take third place. Sophie Macaulay finishes there in a time of 2:41.58, so well inside her entry time. Lane 4, Evie Anderson takes second in a 2:45.92, again inside her entry time, with Martina Masalek taking third place in a 2:47.21 inside her entry time. So all girls inside their entry time in their finish for heat number 1. Well done, girls.
Give you the medalists for the boys backstroke. Our 5th-year finalists: Blake Herdman, gold; Max Corcoran, silver; Andrew Patterson, bronze; Ethan Collins, gold; Finlay Bennett, silver; Kyle Mossman takes bronze. And that's the 16s, the 17 plus: Daniel Hay, gold; Joe Carty, silver; and Ewan Baxter, bronze. So our second of the 6 heats. A very nice start in lane 4 there. Getting about 13 metres off the start. Alicia Thompson in 1, Cumbernauld. 2, Rachel Cameron, North Ayrshire. Teammate Myrne Stewart. 3, Alex Shepherd, Cumbernauld. 4, 5, Jen Aikenhead, Renfrew Bath. 6, Niamh Scott, City Glasgow. 7, Lucy Vignon, South Ayrshire. And 8, Charlotte Pavlikas Zinstag, City of Glasgow. 4 and 6, turning almost together. And that slightly better turn from Alex Shepherd, just was a wee bit edge, 38.03 at the first section, the first 50. And still Cumbernauld swimmer with the advantage. Again, a lot of these swimmers only maybe 5-6 metres off the wall, not maximising much of those turns. So still no real change. Lanes 4, 6 and 5. Lane 5 trying to get into the action. Jenny Aikenhead to try and get into second now. Nobody's going to catch the Cumbernauld swimmer. Alex Shepherd, she's well clear with 50 to go, 1:59.17. Some 3 seconds ahead. Jenna's just sneaked herself into second. Alex Shepherd, can she get inside her entry time? That's going to be the key objective, I think, for her. It looks as though she's going to be pretty close to the 2:40 mark. So coming down to the final 10 metres. It's been a pretty solid swim from Alex. Jenna will take second and Niamh will get third. And lovely under the 2:40 mark. And good PBs for the other two, 2:39.62, 2:42.17 and 2:42.24. Niamh Scott just touching out Jenna for second place. And good to see some good PBs there. Lucy Vignon also just inside her entry time by a mere fraction. Moving on to the third heat. Ellie Hanlon, Forth Valley Tridents, 1, 2. Sophia McGinley, Cumbernauld. Empty Lane, 3, 4, Ellen Barbary, City Glasgow, 5, Illy Laidlaw, Dumfries, 6, Orla Jeffrey, Lanark, 7, Sophie Brown, East Kilbride, and 8, Lucy McGovern, City Glasgow. 2:39 to 2:43 the times in this one, Jackie.
And it's the Cumbernauld swimmer, Sophia McGinley, leading this there in lane 2, 36.73. Up alongside her, wearing that cap of Forth Valley, we have Ellie Hanlon in second. Probably 2 swimmers vying for third place at the moment. But Sophie's looking pretty good there in lane 2. Robert will have told you we've got an empty lane in lane 3 there. So it's Sophia McGinley and Ellie Hanlon, but I think she's just been overtaken there by possibly Orla Jeffrey, and also lane 8, Lucy McGovern. So lanes Sophia McGinley, in fact no, Ellie Hanlon did have she held on to the second place there at halfway. So let's watch happening now into the second half of this race. And it is Sophia McGinley leading, but she's coming under pressure all the time now. 2 girls in lanes 5 and 6. I think 6 will take turn first here. Orla Jeffrey, she does, just ahead of Ailey Laidlaw. And then Sophia McGinley. So what can Sophia find to respond to the challenge? Orla Jeffrey, 15 on Friday. She'll probably not hear this unless she listens to the live stream later. But
we'll embarrass her when she finishes,
well,
Jackie.
try to remember, yes, Robert.
Yeah.
So it's Orla Jeffrey leading ahead of Ailey Laidlaw. So it's really tight between them. Orla has about half a body length, and Ailey responds to that. Still mowing well over there in lane 1. Ellie Hanlon taking this one in a time of 2:38.44. Orla Jeffrey, happy birthday to Orla for Friday. Lane 8 takes second place in a 2:40.69. Lucy McGovern, and third place goes to lane 1's Ellie Hanlon in a 2:40.99.
Well, she did hear that because she shook her head and put her hand to her head, and she's going to give me a wave, isn't she?
No, she's looking at both of us as if to go, who told you?
Yeah. Good PB, Orla.
So heat number 4 coming up.
We'll try not to embarrass you too much. But well done, girls. Looks like a few empty spaces again in this one. Empty lanes in 3 and 5. So we've just got 6 going in our 4th heat. Too much hilarity down poolside as well. Far too much hilarity down poolside. Still waiting on our officials to confirm that last result. I think we've got the thumbs up on that one. So our fourth heat has Madison Gurley in 1, North Ayrshire, Heather Kellick in 2, Dumfries in 4, Maisie McCafferty, Forth Valley Tridents, 6, Emma Binney, Inverclyde, 7, Brooke Stevenson, South Ayrshire, 7, Zara Dunn, City Glasgow. 233 to 239. I've had a few that have scraped under the 240 mark in the last couple of heats. Can we have anyone under 230 in this one? A low 230 would be good though. Now start in lane 6 from Emma Binney, Inverclyde swimmer. Out in a 36.80. That's a nice strong start. Let's hope she can keep this going. Maisie McCafferty from Forth Valley Tridents, who's the fastest on the entry times on the 233. She's second at the moment, but a fair way back. That's maybe 4 meters advantage that Emma has over the second and third swimmers. So the halfway mark, she's turning in 1:15.87. So we're swimming in the low 230s here. Emma's entry time 2:35.08. She's swimming maybe a couple of seconds or so, maybe inside that at the moment. We'll hope that she can maintain this. Well, Emma Binney looking good, coming down to the 150 mark, looking for something around the 154, 155 mark. Come on, Emma, let's get going on the last 50, 155.77. We want something special to get inside that 2:35 entry time. Very close for second. Good contest between Maisie and Brooke. There's not very much between the two of them, 1500ths. Like a really nice strong finish here, Emma. (2:35.08) was Emma's time coming into the event. It might just be a smidgen under this. It is just a smidgen. 2:34.36. Well done. Nice wee PB. That's all you can ask for. 2:41.25 and 2:41.36. Maisie and Zara. So that concludes heat 4. We'll just wait for that to be confirmed. That is now confirmed.
So this is heat number 5. In lane 1, Lauren Dunlop, Dumfries. 2, Evie Chan, Ren 96. 3, Anna Tachenko, City of Glasgow. Her teammate Abby McMillan goes in lane 4. We have an empty lane 5, lane 6, Grace Blair, Forth Valley Trident, and her teammate Amy Jones goes in lane 7. Lane 8 is Ava Pettigrew from Cumbernauld. So we've got 2:30 through to 2:33 as entry times here. And at the moment, with the lead, it's Dumfries' Lauren Dunlop over there in lane 1. She'll turn first ahead of Anna Tachenko and ahead of Ava Pettigrew. Lauren Dunlop entered on a 2:33.41. Looking pretty strong and comfortable out there in the front. Let's see what her time is at the halfway mark. It's 1:12.02. Looking certainly, I think she's on course to come in under her entry time. Anna Tkachenko in second place, 1:15.22 and a 1:15.67 for our third place swimmer there at the halfway mark. So Lauren Dunlop continues to dominate this. I don't think this is going to be about first place. This is all going to be about second and third. Anna Tkachenko there and Abby McMillan in the centre of the pool. Looking at second and third place at the moment, but Eva Petroglu might have something to say about that here in nearer to me in lane 8, as indeed may Grace Blair and Amy Jones. We'll wait and see what happens, because they are beginning to, they're all still in touch with each other, I think is fair to say, in lanes 3, 4, 6, 7 and 8. So those places still to be determined, but it is no doubt who has had a really good 200-metre backstroke this afternoon. Lauren Dunlop comes in to finish in a 2:28.85. We are well inside her entry time. Anna Tkachenko takes second. No, beg your pardon, Abby McMillan takes second and Anna Tkachenko takes third. So that was a good race, 2:33 for Abby and 2:34.50 for Anna Tkachenko. The results confirmed for heat number 5.
Move on to our final heat, heat 6. Interested to see if some of these really good girls can maximise the turns. Right, 1 Casey Dixon, Rutherglen, 2 Leah Rafferty, Western Bartonshire, 3 Amber Hinton, Dumfries, 4 Erin Ferris from Cumbernauld, 5 Evie Mackey flying already in lane 5, 6 Abigail Crawford, City Glasgow teammate Amy Rowell in 7. And in 8, Charlotte McGavin, Hamilton Bass. Well, I did say earlier on, maximise out those turns. The distance off the wall. Look at how far Evie Mackey gets. Look for that black marker. It's almost 10 metres. She could get another 5 if she was really, really super at maximising that. But no disgrace to get a good 8 metres off. Erin Ferris, another good backstroker, but she's only surfacing at the 5 metre mark, as is Amber Hinton. And this is where in a short course you maybe don't have to be the greatest swimmer, and when you're swimming long course you maybe get swallowed up, but on the short course, if you're really, really good at those turns, you destroy swimmers. You'd get no chance of beating in a long course pool. But look at Evie Mackey. Just watch how far she gets towards that first black marker. Well, maybe not quite so far as she's already gone 125 metres. But when she was swimming the IM this morning, I did say that this is probably our worst of the 4 disciplines, but it's still pretty damn good because she's still getting a lot out those turns. And it's good practice to do all those 4 different strokes whenever you can, just to keep those skills going. She's already done a 50 breast, and we'll see her in the final of that shortly. But Evie's had a really super swim here, entering a 2:19.36. It's another wee PB, or a big PB if you want to call 2.5 plus seconds. And I think she'd say that's a big PB. 2:16.73. Erin Ferris virtually on her entry time, 2:19.99. And third place, just ahead of Amber Hinton, Charlotte McGavin. Oh, that's a cracking time, Charlotte. 2:27.58. Dad will be really pleased with that, I'm sure. Well done, Evie. To 16.73. Another PB for you. Well, that's a wee break, Jackie.
It is indeed, Robert. We're going to take a 10-minute break, I'm led to believe, before we get the finals started. That's what was scheduled. We're just running just about 5 minutes behind time anyway, I think, for this afternoon's session. Might be wrong there. Maybe my arithmetic's not as good as it should be.
Yeah.
But 10 minutes, so just before 3:15, swimmers can be mindful to get to marshalling so that they're ready for our start at just before 3:15. Thank you.
Yeah, technically we're a wee bit early because we lost a heat, but yeah, we're actually running a little bit late because we had a 15-minute delay in starting this afternoon, but nevertheless, we're pretty well to time. So we'll be back shortly. Just have a wee break, a wee comfort break, everyone, and we'll see you back probably about 15:15.
So I can confirm the results for the 200-metre backstroke for the girls. 15-year-old girls medal winners are: bronze medal goes to Dumfries' Lauren Dunlop. Her teammate Amber Hinton takes silver, and Hamilton Bath's Charlotte McGavin takes gold. 16-year-old girls: City of Glasgow's Abby McMillan takes bronze. Her teammate Abigail Crawford takes silver, and Lanark's Evie Mackey takes gold. 17 and over. Bronze medal goes to City of Glasgow's Anna Tachenko, silver to Western Bartonshire's Leah Rafferty, and gold to Cumbernaulds' Erin Ferris.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back. We're just about to get underway with the finals of 50 breaststroke and 100 freestyle. So a total of 12 finals await us. So we start off with the boys 15 breaststroke final. And please put your hands together as we welcome our finalists. N1 representing South Ayrshire, Blair McCarroll. N2 representing City Glasgow, Zahan Wang. N lane 3 representing Rain 96, Sam Haddon. In lane 4, representing Rain 96, Ryan Crabb. In lane 5, representing Renfrew Bass, Matthew Jacks. In lane 6, representing City Glasgow, Andrew Patterson. In lane 7, representing City Glasgow, Ethan Alexander. And in lane 8, representing Mulgine Bearsden, Ewan Rendell. This is the 15-year-old boys, 50 metres breaststroke final. Good luck, lads. If you like. (32.73), almost a second and a half faster than everyone else was Ryan Crabb in lane 4, and a strong start in lane 5. Matthew Jack going well, and coming up beside him is Ryan Crabb out the turn. A little between the two, it's the Renfrew Bass swimmer just ahead of the Ren 96 swimmer, Matthew Jack in 5, Ryan Crabb in 4. Ryan Crabb coming through late. Ryan Crabb looks as though he maybe just got it. Oh, it's very tight. It was just on a touch. He just got there and no more. That was a great race, lads, to get us underway. 33.68 for Ryan. Matthew just having to settle for second in a 33.84 and a 34.33 for Sam Haddon.
Introducing your 16-year-old finalists. In lane 1, representing Western Bartonshire, Luke Watling-Smith. In lane 2, representing Scotia, Joe Crawford. In lane 3, representing South Ayrshire, Hamish Maxwell. In lane 4, representing City of Glasgow, Ethan Collins. Lane 5, representing Inverclyde, Carrick Thompson. Lane 6, representing City of Glasgow, Kyle Mossman. Lane 7, representing Inverclyde, Cameron Mather. And lane 8, representing Milngine Bearsden, Peter Merrick. Your 16-year-old 50-metre breaststroke final. So Ethan and Carrick, both sub 32 seconds for this earlier on today, 31.19 against a 31.94. This should be an interesting fight here. And it's Carrick, I think, who has the advantage going up to the turn there. Carrick has had the advantage over Ethan going into the turn. Ethan's come right up alongside him, however. Can Carrick respond to this? Carrick Thompson, Ethan Collins. Carrick's going to take this. He does in a time of 31.33. Ethan Collins settles for second in a 31.69, and third place and bronze medal goes in a time of 32.90, goes to Hamish Maxwell of South Ayrshire.
Introduce our finalists for the 17 and over. In lane 1 from Bellshill Sharks, Jack Shaw. In 2 from Forth Valley Trident, Stanislav Hishtoff. In lane 3 from City Glasgow, Kieran Brown. In 4 from City Glasgow, Gregor Ross. In lane 5 from Forth Valley Tridents, Finlay Byrne. In lane 6 from Dumfries, Daniel Faulkner. In lane 7 from Hamilton Bass, Ewan Morrison. And in lane 8 from Ren 96, Pak Hang Young. This is the 17 and over final. Good luck, lads. Gregor Ross probably is a very strong favourite for this one. Well over a second faster than everyone else in the earlier heats. And out very strongly already. Has probably at least half a metre advantage out the turn. It's Gregor just ahead of Finlay, Daniel and Kieran. It's all about the minor places, I think. Gregor Ross pulling away almost a body length clear. Second place is going to be Finlay, I think, in lane 5. And probably lane 6, Daniel Faulkner. That is in fact the 1-2-3, 31.28. Virtually same time that he did earlier on, 31.26. 31.22 rather. So that's Gregor, Finlay and Daniel, our 1-2-3.
Introducing your 15-year-old girls 50-metre breaststroke finalists. In lane 1, representing Ren 96, Kavya Shetty. In lane 2, representing Ren 96, Evie Chan. In lane 3, representing City of Glasgow, Kayla Smith. In lane 4, representing City of Glasgow, Honor McCarty. In lane 5, representing South Ayrshire, Connie Hart. In lane 6, representing Hamilton Bath, Jenny Maguire. In lane 7, representing Forth Valley Tridents, Grace Blair. And in lane 8, representing Ren 96, Maya Loudon. Your 15-year-old girls 50-metre breaststroke final. So Honor McCarty in lane 4 posted a sub 35 seconds earlier on in the heats. A really good start there by South Ayrshire's Connie Hart. She's leading this field up into the turn now. Connie Hart leads from Honor McCarty. And in turn leading from Kayla Smith. So it's Connie Hart. Honor McCarty's coming through, making her move now. This is going to be really tight into the finish. It's all about the touch. I think Honor got that. She did indeed in a 34.98. Connie Hart takes silver in a 35.13. And lane 3's Kayla Smith takes bronze in a 35.72. Once we get those results confirmed. There we go, results confirmed.
Another good race. Well done, girls. Our 6-year-old finalist, please welcome in lane 1 from Rutherglen, Katie Gaffney. In 2 from Inverclyde, Emma Binney. In 3 from Ren 96, Cara White. In 4 from Lanark, Evie Mackey. In 5 from City Glasgow, Ava Ross. In lane 6 from Bells Hill Sharks, Katia Wilson. In 7 from City Glasgow, Ella Cunningham. And in lane 8 from Cumbernauld, Olivia Russell. Our 16-year-old 50-metre breaststroke final. Well, the way Evie Mackey's been swimming, this maybe should just be about who's going to get second and third. Strong start in the 2 middle lanes. Ava Ross, a pretty good start, but Evie Mackey out very smartly indeed. Going very nicely in lanes 1 and 7. Katie Gaffney and Ella Cunningham. At the moment, it's that silver cap of Lanark. Well clear. It's very close for second. Ella Cunningham's having a cracking race along with Eva Ross for that minor place. But Evie Mackey takes that. Looks like it's going to be 5 and 7. 36.42 and 36.66 for the two minor places. Eva Ross, Ella Cunningham. Evie Mackey 33.58. Goes almost half a second faster than the 33.90 earlier on. Well done, Evie.
Introducing your female 17 and over 50-metre breaststroke finalists. In lane 1, representing Milngavie and Bearsden, Lois Gunn. In lane 2, representing City of Glasgow, Cara Gumbrell. In lane 3, representing Dumfries, Millie Colvin. In lane 4, representing City of Glasgow, Amy McLeod. In lane 5, representing Bales Hill Sharks, Alana Wilson. In lane 6, representing Milngavie and Bearsden, Joanna Calder. In lane 7, representing City of Glasgow, Anna Chichenko. And in lane 8, representing Bales Hill Sharks, Millie Barton, your 17 and over female 50-metre breaststroke final. So earlier on today, Amy McLeod, Alana Wilson both posted sub 35 seconds for this. Everybody else over that. So let's see what happens. And it's the Bales Hill Shark swimmer, Alana Wilson, off to a good start, but right in behind her we see Amy McLeod. Joanna Calder up there as well. Watch lane 2, Cara Gumbrell. But our leaders are Amy McLeod, Alana Wilson. Now, who's going to take this? It's lane 5 credited with that. But it's... Oh, in fact, it's joint gold. Thank you, Robert. I read that. So we've got joint gold there for Alana Wilson and Amy McLeod, with Joanna Calder taking the bronze. Well done, girls. That was a really tight race there.
Nice one, girls. Now on to 100 freestyle. Please welcome our 50-year-old finalists. In lane 1 from Ren 96, Ryan Crabb. In lane 2 from Western Bartonshire, Matthew Darragh. In lane 3 from South Ayrshire, Blair McCarroll. In lane 4 from South Ayrshire, Sam Curry. In lane 5 from South Ayrshire, Max Corcoran. In lane 6, City Glasgow, Alexander Schwischke. In lane 7 from Renfrew Baths, Matthew Jack. And in lane 8 from Bales Hill Sharks, Alexandru Vasilos. Our 15-year-old 100 metres freestyle final. Well, will we get a 1, 2, 3 from the same club in this one? The two guys in 4 and 5, well under the minute mark, and have started very strongly. Also going pretty well in lane 2 is Matthew Darragh, Western Bartonshire, and it's the two middle lanes. Lane 4 now just beginning to get into his stride. Sam Curry, Max Corcoran, but flying out of lane 8 is the other Bales Hill swimmer. So the other swimmer with the red cap, Alexandru Vasilos. It's the two middle lanes, but Alexander is going really well and might get a bronze out of that outside lane. And if he keeps going, a slim chance of a second, a silver, but it's going to be an Ayrshire, South Ayrshire 1, 2. Sam Curry, Max Corcoran, that's your 1, 2. And out of that outside lane, sub a minute. Wow, 58.89. Alexandru Vasilos from Bales Hill takes a bronze medal from nowhere. Sam Curry, Max Corcoran, 56.61, 57.16, faster than they were earlier on.
Introducing your 16-year-old boys 100-metre freestyle finalists. In lane 1, representing Bales Hill Sharks, Aaron Russell. In lane 2, representing South Ayrshire, Theo Sterica. In lane 3, representing Dumfries, Ali Hattab. In lane 4, representing South Ayrshire, Hamish Maxwell. In lane 5, representing Inverclyde, Carrick Thompson. In lane 6, representing Ren 96, Jack Bukowski. In lane 7, representing East Kilbride, Lewis Nelson. And in lane 8, representing Bales Hill Sharks, Callum Struzek. Your 16-year-old boys 100-metre freestyle final. So here we go. We've got one sub 56 minutes from the South Ayrshire swimmer from the heats earlier on today, but it is Carrick Thompson who's moving through the water and taking really nicely with the advantage up at the turn there ahead of Hamish Maxwell. Third place I think will lie with Ali Hattab. As the boys turn there, 5.43, the lanes 26.94, 27.47, 27.50. And it is still the white cap of Inverclyde leading this field. Carrick Thompson came into this final on a 56.36. Hamish Maxwell doing all he can to try and get up and overtake Carrick, but he's going to run out of water to do that. And it's going to be Carrick Thompson takes this in a 56.01, 56.12 to Hamish Maxwell. And lanes 3's Ali Hattab takes third place and bronze medal in a 57.45.
Move on to our 17 over 100 final. In lane 1, representing Ren 96, Ewan Baxter. In lane 2, representing Ren 96, Pak Hai Leung. In 3, representing City Glasgow, Gregor Ross. In 4, from City Glasgow, Robson Miles. 5, City Glasgow's James Gillis. 6, City Glasgow's Luke Garrity. In 7, from Belshill Sharks, Jack Shaw. And in lane 8, from Dumfries, Daniel Faulkner. Our 17 and over 100 freestyle final. Good luck, lads. Robson Miles in 4, James Gillis in 5, both sub 55, and they're out very strongly along with lane 3, Gregor Ross. Gregor, better known as a very competent breaststroke swimmer, but he's there or thereabouts at the moment. Lane 5, James Gillis 17, Robson Miles 20, so you'd think that Robson Miles might have a wee bit left in the tank. He needs to have a wee bit quite a wee bit left in the tank, because he's being left behind. He's well over a body length clear, is James Gillis, and James is going to take this pretty easily indeed. I'm quite surprised that he's won this so comfortably. 54.93 earlier on, 54.27. Robson Miles takes second. Gregor Ross in third. Well done, James.
Introducing your 15-year-old girls 100-metre freestyle finalists. In lane 1, representing Lanark, Lucy Taylor. In lane 2, representing Dumfries, Ailey Laidlaw. 3, representing South Ayrshire, Brooke Stevenson. 4, representing Dumfries, Amber Hinton. 5, representing City of Glasgow, Honor McCarty. 6, representing South Ayrshire, Connie Hart. 7, representing City of Glasgow, Kayla Smith. And 8, representing Rutherglen, Abby Henderson. Your 15-year-old girls 100-metre freestyle final. So on paper, it's Amber Hinton is the one to beat here. Came into this final of the only one sub 1 minute, 59.11 she posted earlier on today. And already she's moving ahead of the field. Amber's pretty well known for her freestyle. She's got about body length advantage already from the rest of the field as they try to chase her and hunt her down. It's the Glacier Glasgow's Honor McCarty in second there, with lane 6's Connie Hart in third at the halfway mark. So Amber Hinton continues to lead here, turning for the final turn and heading for home. I don't think she's going to be caught. Honor McCarty now battling it with Connie Hart for the silver and bronze medal. These two girls, Honor McCarty has the advantage as income to finish, taking the gold medal in a 58.58. Amber Hinton. Silver medal goes to Honor McCarty in a 1:00.94, and Connie Hart takes bronze in a 1:01.02. Just wait for that to be confirmed, and there we go, confirmation on the scoreboard.
Please welcome our 16-year-old finalists. In lane 1, representing City Glasgow, Ella Cunningham. In 2, representing City Glasgow, Anna Campbell. In 3, representing Dumfries, Anna Dunlop. In lane 4, representing Dumfries, Molly Irvin-Watson. In 5, representing City of Glasgow, Eva Ross. In 6, representing Mulgine-Bearsden, Iona Hickson. In 7, representing Inverclyde, Ailey Melrose. And in lane 8, representing Mulgine-Bearsden, Emily Dawson, our 16-year-old 100 freestyle final. Well, Molly Irvin-Watson decided not to do the 50 breaststroke, giving Katia Wilson the opportunity to swim. So she'll want to justify not doing that by winning this one. She was only one under a minute with a 58.15 earlier on. And at the moment, has maybe a metre advantage over the two swimmers either side of it. Anna Dunlop, her teammate in 3, Eva Ross, City Glasgow in 5, who are virtually turning together. 29.66 and 29.96 respectively, Eva and Anna, but Molly Irvin-Watson over a second faster at that split, and has got this one pretty nailed on as the legs go down the final stage. Can she get inside that 58? She's going to be pretty close to it. Not quite, but it's another wee PB as she shakes her head and says, not quite. 58.03, great swim, Molly. 1:02.14, well, adjusted time 1:01.98 for Eva Ross second, Anna Dunlop third, 1:02.14.
Introducing our 17 and over female 100 freestyle finalists. In lane 1, representing Bales Hill Shark, Alana Wilson. In lane 2, representing City of Glasgow, Cara Gumbrell. In lane 3, representing Ren 96, Kaylin Chan. In lane 4, representing City of Glasgow, Amy McLeod. In lane 5, representing Mulgine-Bearsden, Joanna Calder. In lane 6, representing Cumbernauld, Sophia McGinley. In lane 7, representing Inverclyde, Lois Herdman. And in lane 8, representing Dumfries, Millie Colvin, your 17 and over female 100 metre freestyle final. So Amy McLeod and Joanna Calder both come into this on a 1:03. Seen both girls in action earlier on in a final. So let's see what they've got left in the tank for this one. Turning first there, it is lane 6. Sophia McGinley, the Cumbernauld swimmer. She has the advantage, but coming up and right up alongside her, Joanna Calder, the Mulgine-Bearsden swimmers. Joanna Calder, who now has the advantage. going into the turn. 29.99. Sophia McGinley in a 30.04. And lane 4's Amy McLeod in third. 30.53 there. Still all pretty tight as the girls go up to the final turn. It is lane 5. Joanna Calder retaining the advantage there ahead of Amy McLeod. Coming into the picture now, Sophia McGinley, but she's not going to catch them. It's Joanna Calder that takes that in a 1:02.46 ahead of Amy McLeod in a 1:02.51. And Sophia McGinley takes the bronze medal in a 1:02.91. So Joanna Calder, Amy McLeod, Sophia McGinley, as the results there are confirmed. And ladies and gentlemen, swimmers, that concludes our weekend here at DG1. Thank you very much to those of you who tuned in to us on live streaming. Thank you very much for all the spectators who have been with us all day. And I wish everybody a safe journey home. Thank you so much to all of our volunteers.